going to show you some of my records. These are mostly scratch records that scratch DJs would use. This one's called Gangster Breaks by A-Track, and basically on it what you'll have is these tracks, and there are other drum breaks for juggling and scratching over, or these smaller ones are just samples, little snippets of sound that you can scratch. So on here there's, you know, hours of scratching goodness.
With any instrument, at a certain point, after spending enough time with it and focusing on it enough, it almost becomes an extension of your body.
So this is the setup that would be at a DMC battle or any DJ tournament battle. It consists of 2 turntables and also a mixer.
To excel, you want this instrument to kind of do what your will does without having to focus on any specific movements or muscles in your body. You know, you just want it to happen.
So if the crossfade is on the left, you'll hear the left sound. If it's to the right, it will come at the right side, so nothing will come out of here.
I'm going to show you guys a couple of techniques, some of the basics that will, you know, help to get you guys going. The first one I want to show you is something called the baby scratch, and it goes like this.
I also got you Craze, Bully Breaks, Autograph. Yeah, it's one of my favorite records. And it has a crossword on the back.
When you think crab or chirp scratch or a certain pattern, you know, you just want it to come out.
And then you have 2 channel faders. This is the volume for the left channel, and this is the volume for the right channel, which is right turntable.
And we get one where we tense up the whole arm into the wrist. It sounds like that, and we can do fades.
Right here, we've got some a cappella records. These are just vocal tracks from famous hip-hop tracks that you might have heard without the beat, so those are pretty cool for scratching too.
Strange enough, like, your state of mind changes your ability a lot.
And then you can cut sounds in like that.
We use turntables as a musical instrument. Right now I think I'm going to become the drummer. So I'm taking the bass drum, snare drum. This is what the sound sounds like before I scratch it.
You can step up to the turntables on one day and it just it doesn't want to click at all.
This is Drum Library. It's basically just about 14 drum breaks on each track, just loops and loops of drums.
Sometimes you just go to the turntables and the most amazing ideas and ability just kind of flows through you.
So now I'll rewrite this composition, and this is what it sounds like.
Slum Village Fantastic Volume 1, Autograph. Rarest record in the room.
You know, playing an instrument is not really something that we do per se, it's something that happens through us, you know.
Just want some basic dancehall beats. Want to get the girls' booty shaking. You can do this.
And then another famous one, because of the way it looks, it's called a crab scratch, where you basically...
This is Gag Seal Breaks. This is just another one of DJ Cubert's million break records.
Your fingers move like a crab, really. This is one of Cubert's big scratches that he sort of came up with.
Basically, skip proof, which means that he's basically just put the same 3 sounds on rotation. So if your needle skips, it'll just skip to the next exact same sound.
So it'll be...
We put ourselves there, we position ourselves, and we want something to come out, and then it's almost like an idea comes from somewhere and it goes through you, and then it gets translated into the sound and the movement.
So now you have your record and you've got the mixer, and you use all these tools to make your musical statement.
We got a wealth of music that international DJs don't have access to. Dig into it, use it to your advantage, because that is how you're going to stand out. You know, hip hop was evolved and pioneered in the States. The Jamaicans brought dancehall, the French brought their flavor, the Japanese brought their flavor, but we didn't even scrape the surface of what we got over here. And we practically sitting, you know, on something huge. It's just up to us as DJs and producers or artists just to tap into that musical wealth.